So now the recording is in progress and I'll share my screen. Right. So I welcome you all today and we are going to explore an essential topic in our study of human growth and development, the potential effects of life factors and event on growth and development. So when we talk about the learning outcome two, uh, it's like human growth and development are influenced by many factors, ranging from genetics and biology to environmental condition and life events. And understanding these influences help us gain a better insight into how individuals progress through different stages of life. And I'll again encourage all of you to ask any question, and I'll try my best to answer those questions as well. So there are some key concepts in the learning outcome too, like we have in life factors, we have genetic factors, biological factors, environmental factors, socioeconomic factors. We have cultural factors, and if we talk about life events, then we have common life events and some unexpected life events. So if we talk about the genetic factors, so genetic factors are inherited from our parents and play a crucial role in determining who we are biologically. And genes influences various aspects of growth such as height, weight, and some health conditions as well. So if we give a example, so a common genetic factor is inherited potential for height. If both parents are tall, there are higher likelihood that their children will also be taller than average. And similarly, conditions like cystic fibrosis or sickle cell anemia are inherited genetically and can impact growth and development. Then, if we talk about the biological factors, so these factors um, have the physical aspects of our development, including nutrition, physical health, and overall body maintenance. So, if we have to give an example for that, then we can consider a child who receive uh, proper nutrition versus who is malnourished. Then the well-nourished child is more likely to experience uh, good physical development, while the malnourished child may face delays in growth and cognitive development due to lack of essential nutrients. And if we talk about the environmental factors, so in that, an individual grow up or um, can have the effects on the development. The environmental factors affect the development of the person. So if we have to give an example, then a child raised in a loving and caring environment with access to education and healthcare is likely to flourish more. And in contrast, if a child growing up in a war-torn area may face developmental delays due to trauma, displacement, and lack of access to basic needs like safety and education. And then we have the socioeconomic factors. So These include the economic and social conditions that influence an individual life. Uh, Example could be like children from higher socioeconomic backgrounds have access to better education resources, healthcare, and extracurricular activities, which can lead to more opportunities for growth and success. And children from lower socioeconomic backgrounds might face challenges such as limited access to a quality education and healthcare, and it contributes to potential developmental disparities. Then, if we talk about the cultural factors, so cultural factors and values shape the way individual grows and develop within their communities. So, for example, in some cultures, independence and self-reliance are encouraged from a young age, which can foster problem-solving skills and confidence. And in others, community and family bonds are prioritized, which can help develop a strong social skills and support systems. And then we have some common life events. So, if we talk about the common life events, so these are the events that many people experience and can be anticipated. Example could be like starting school is a common life event that impacts social and cognitive development. The transition from school to from home or to school environment introduces children to structured learning, social interaction with fellows, and new routines. Then we have the unexpected life events. So these events are unplanned and um, can have impact on the course of an individual development. If we have to give an example, so we can say that the sudden loss of a loved one is an unexpected life event that can affect emotional and psychological development. Children who experience such loss might have behaviors like depression, and which could impact their academic performance and social interactions as well. So, understanding the various life factors and events that influence growth and development is crucial for to understand the complexities of the each other and creating a unique developmental pathway for every individual. So these all are some of the uh, core concepts. Now we move to the next slide. Right. So in that one, we have the indicative content. Right. So human growth and development are shaped by a complex interplay of various life factors and events. So if we talk about the life factors and events, so we have biological factors. So biological factors influences include genetic factors, uh, prenatal condition, and physical health. So example could be genetic predispositions to certain illness such as diabetes or heart disease can affect an individual physical growth and overall development. Similarly, a child born with a genetic condition like Down syndrome will experience different developmental milestones compared to other children. So then we have the lifestyle. So uh, lifestyle choices such as diet, exercise, and sleep patterns can improve or can impact growth and development. Um, for example, a balanced diet rich in vitamins and minerals support a healthy physical and cognitive development, while a um, sedentary lifestyle with poor eating habits can lead to obesity and associated health issues impacting both physical and mental well-being. Then we have the education. So, uh, so if we talk about the education, then education provides knowledge and skills, and it shapes cognitive development and future opportunities. We have employment as well. So employment offers financial stability, social interactions, and a sense of purpose. Example is like a stable job can provide financial security and access to healthcare and opportunities for professional growth. While if we talk about unemployment or unstable employment, that can lead to stress, financial insecurity, and adverse effect on mental health. Then we have the socioeconomic uh, factors. So socioeconomic status, including income, education level, and occupation, affects numerous aspects of life. Then we have relationships. So relationship with family, friends, and peers play a crucial role in emotional and social development. Example is like supportive relationship can boost self-esteem, resilience, and social skills. Negative relationships, such as those involving abuse or neglect, can lead to emotional and psychological issues. Then we have culture. Okay, so cultural norms, values, and practices shape behavior. They shape beliefs and identity as well. So example is like culture that value education and hard work may produce individuals who are highly motivated and achieve academic and professional success. And the cultural practices can also influence dietary habit, exercise, and social interactions. Then we have the physical environment. So the physical surroundings such as housing, neighborhood, and um, like in example we can say that living in a safe or clean environment uh, with like if we have access to parks and recreational facilities, it support physical activity and healthy development. While if we talk about poor living conditions such as overcrowded or unsafe housing, that can lead to stress, illness, and lack of development as well. Then we have health. So overall, physical and mental health affect growth and development. So example is like chronic illness or disabilities can limit activities and opportunities, requiring additional support and resources, and good health and support activities. Uh, um, um, we can say that good health support active participation in various life opportunities and enhances the quality of life. Then we have bullying. Okay. So, bullying can have severe emotional and psychological effects, which impact self-esteem and mental health. Example is like children who are bullied may experience depression and academic challenges as well. And long-term effects can include psychological trauma and social withdrawal, impacting future relationship and career prospects as well. Then we have aspiration. Okay, so um, aspirations and goal, they drive motivation and personal growth. So mm, in example, we can say that high aspirations can lead to increased focus and achievement in academic and uh, professional growth. Then if someone is lacking of inspiration, and it can result in diminished efforts and lower levels of achievement. So then we have the effects. So there are potential effects of these life factors and events. So for example, the first one we have to discuss is about the illness and disability. Okay, so illness and disability, we can say that it can limit physical activities, and also require specialized support and impacting social interactions. Uh, then we have loss of focus. So um, for loss of focus, we can say that a stressful life events such as the loss of a loved one or financial difficulties can disrupt a life, and even it disrupts the daily task and academic performance of a person. Um, then we have increase in focus. So positive life events and strong support system can enhance motivation and concentration on goals and tasks. Then we have achievement. So access to education, supportive relationship, and a motivating environment. It all fosters high achievement in various fields. Then we have less achievement. So negative factors such as bullying, poor health, or lack of support can have impact on academic and personal achievements. Then we have need for support and guidance. Um we can say that individuals facing challenges like disability, mental health issues, or socioeconomic hardship may require additional support and resources to navigate their circumstances. Then we have the last one, access to services. So socioeconomic status can lead to access to um, healthcare, education, and social services in and it influence overall development of a person as well. So understanding these diverse factors and events that influence growth and development is crucial for appreciating the uniqueness of each individual life journey. And these factors interact in complex ways, creating a distinct developmental pathways for each individual. Now, move to the next slide. Here we have some key terminology related with the learning outcome too. So um, we can say that as individual progress through their life, their health and well-being, these all are influenced by a variety of factors, and these factors have both positive and negative effects on their growth and development. So we have the life factors and even physical factors, emotional factors, social factors, economic factors, and um, and environmental factors as well. So if we talk about the physical factors, so physical factors pertain to the biological and psychological aspects of development. Example is we can say lack of nutrition or overall nutrition is crucial for physical health and growth, and malnutrition can like lead to lead to some health problems, and overall there would be issues in a person's life. And for example, we can talk about exercise as well. So regular physical activity promote healthy body weight and physical fitness, and it contributes to overall well-being of a person. Then we have emotional factors as well, right? So for emotional factors, we can say emotional factors involve the feelings and psychological state of a person. Um, for example, stress or high level of stress can negatively affect mental health, leading to conditions such as anxiety and depression. If we talk about uh, relationships, so positive relationship or emotional support from family and friends can enhance self-esteem and emotional stability. Then if we talk about the social factors, so uh, social factors relate to interaction with others and societal context in which a person lives. In that, we can talk about the family dynamics. Strong family support can foster a sense of security and belonging, and whereas conflict within the family may lead to emotional distress. We have then economic factors. So economic factors um, have effect on financial and socioeconomic uh, factors as well, and it affects the individual. So in example, we can say that um, income levels, we can say that higher income allows access to better healthcare, education, and living condition, which positively impacts development. And we can have employment factor as well. So stable employment provide financial security, while unemployment can lead to stress and health issues. Then we have the environmental factors. So the environmental factors include the physical and geographical context in which a person lives. Um, if you talk about the living condition, so safe and clean living conditions support better health and well-being. Poor housing can lead to health problems and stress. Then uh, knowledge of these factors. Right. So it's needed to be able to affect physical. Okay. So now, as we have um, gone through some examples of these factors as well, so we can say that understanding all these key terminologies and how different factors and even impact development is essential for gaining comprehensive view of human growth. So these influences shape not only our physical and intellectual capabilities, but also our emotional health, social skills, and overall self-concept. So for self-concept, it refers to the perception one has of themselves, including self-esteem and self-worth. For example, if we talk about bullying and rejection, so it can negatively impact self-esteem and self-worth. Now, let's move to the next slide. Right. Here we have to identify life factors and events which affect growth and development. So we have the environmental factors, economic factors, poor living condition. Uh, right. So here for environmental factors, we can say that Environmental factors are the physical and geographical elements surrounding an individual which can influence their growth and development. So the first one, as an example, we have housing conditions. So the type, quality, and conditions of housing can impact an individual health and well-being. They have given us some example like noises, housing, right? So we can say that damp housing, if you talk about, so living in a damp condition can lead to respiratory problems such as asthma and other issues related with breathing. If someone is living in a overcrowded living situation, and it can stress and depression due to lack of personal space and privacy. If we talk about uh, poor heating or lack of heating, so like for example in UK, so if we have poor or lack of heating, it can result in cold, flu, and other health issues, which will affect overall physical health of a person. Then we have the availability of health and social care and child care services. So um, access to quality healthcare, social care, and childcare services support overall well-being and development. For healthcare services, like regular access to healthcare ensures early diagnosis and treatment of illness, and it promotes better health outcomes. For children's services, we can say reliable childcare services allow parents to work or study, ensuring children receive proper care and early education. Then we have pollution. So for pollution, uh, pollution involves the introduction of harmful substances into the environment and can be chemical, noise, or radiation based. So exposure to chemicals in the air, water, or soil can lead to various health problems, which can include respiratory issues and developmental delays. Then for noise pollution, we can say that constant exposure to loud noise, such as loud music or traffic, that can cause stress and hearing problems. Then we have the radiation pollution. So exposure to high levels of radiation can have severe health consequences, and it will include an increased risk of cancer, we can say. Then we have the economic factors. So the economic factors, um, like it impacts the financial stability and resources available to an individual or family, and it impacts their lifestyle and opportunities. So the first one we need to discuss is about the income. So uh, income includes wages, salary, benefits, saving, and financial obligations like bills and debts. So a stable income enables better living standards and access to necessities. Example, we can take higher income allows for the purchase of better clothing, healthier food, and overall a healthier lifestyle. While poverty is like limited financial resources can restrict access to quality food, healthcare, and education, and it could lead to various developmental challenges as well. Then we have financial security. Um, for that, we can say that having saving and minimal debt can contribute to financial security, and it can reduce stress and allowing for a focus on personal and family growth. In that, we have the example of bills and debts. So financial burden can cause stress and anxiety, and it could affect mental health and leading to potential health issues. Then we have material possessions, like wants versus need. So financial stability allows individual to differentiate between wants and needs, leading to more thoughtful consumption and better quality of life. Then we have poor living conditions. So poor living condition, the negative effects. Okay, so living conditions directly influence health and development. Poor living condition lead to adverse health outcome and developmental issues. So they have given us the example of damp again. So living in a damp condition can foster mold growth, which negatively affects respiratory health. Um, then we have overcrowding as well. Okay, so overcrowding reduces personal space and it could lead to stress and mental health issues. Um, then we have poor heating, lack of heating. So we have gone through all of this in the previous slide. So um, we can say that for depression, stress, so by overcrowding, um, so if we can say add it to, we can say that limited space can increase tension and anxiety among the occupants and potentially leading to mental health disorders. Then we haven't discussed about the no open spaces or gardens. So for that, we can say lack of access to open spaces or garden reduces opportunities for physical activity that can affect physical health and fitness level. So example could be lower fitness level. So without open space for exercise, individuals are less likely to engage in physical activities, which could lead to lower fitness level and increased risk of obesity. So overall, we can say that identifying and understanding the life factors and events that affect growth and development is crucial for recognizing how various elements of our environment and economic conditions shape our lives. These influences can create both advantages and challenges, which could impact physical, intellectual, emotional, and social development. Now we'll move to the next slide. Right. So in the next slide, we have the physical factors and abuses, negative effects of pollution, stress. Right. So if we talk about the physical factors, so physical factors include the biological elements and physical conditions that influence an individual growth and development. This includes everything from genetic inheritance to nutrition and physical activity. So if we talk about the genetic inheritance, so genetic inheritance refers to the traits and condition passed down from parents to their children through genes, and these can range from simple characteristic to complex predispositions to certain medical condition. We can give example of eye and hair color. So simple traits like eye and hair color are determined by genetic makeup and which are inherited from the parents. Then some inherited condition have medical condition or medical effect as well. So we can say that Down syndrome and cystic fibrosis. So both have profoundly impact a person's physical and development health, and which could be inherited. And then we have diet, nutrition, and hydration. So proper nutrition and hydration are essential for healthy growth and development from childhood through adulthood. Then we have some examples like breastfeeding and bottle feeding. So in infancy, breastfeeding provide essential nutrients and antibodies, while bottle feeding must ensure similar nutrition adequacy. And we have then weaning. Okay, so transitioning from milk to solid food introduces diverse nutrition and all the nutrition like necessary for growth. Then we have balanced diet. So consuming a variety of food ensures that the body gets all the vitamin and minerals it needs to function properly. Then we have um, physical activity. Okay. So regular physical activity, it contributes to overall health and development, while lack of exercise can have adverse effect. Then we have benefits of exercise versus the risk of little or no exercise. So for benefits of exercise, regular exercise improve cardiovascular health, build muscles and bone strength, and enhances mental health as well. So if uh, we have lack of physical activity, and it can lead to obesity, cardiovascular problems, and reduce overall fitness. Then we have opportunity for play. So play is crucial for children development, and it promotes physical, social, and emotional and cognitive skills. Then we have experience of illness or disease. So uh, illness, whether short-term or chronic, impact physical health and can influence overall development. So, for example, a short-term illness. So, common illnesses like flu may temporarily affect physical strength and energy level. If we talk about long-term illnesses, so chronic conditions such as asthma, it can require ongoing management and it can impact daily activities. Then we have disability. So disability is whether physical or cognitive. It affects an individual development and may require additional support and adaptation. So as an example for physical disabilities like conditions like cerebral palsy and that can affect movement and coordination. And for cognitive disabilities, we can say development disabilities like such as autism, it requires specialized educational strategies and support. Then we have abuse. Okay, so abuse can take many forms, and each with severe implication for individual physical, emotional, and psychological development. So if we talk about emotional and especially the financial, so uh, we can say emotional abuse can undermine an individual's sense of self-worth and confidence. Um, And while like financial abuse involve controlling or exploiting someone's financial resources, example is like if someone is facing constant criticism, so it will undermine self-esteem and confidence. If we talk about controlling finances, so um, it will restricts independence and autonomy of a person. Then we have the physical abuse. So physical abuse involves causing physical harm to another person, leading to injuries and long-term health issues. Then we have sexual abuse. So sexual abuse involves any known consensual sexual activity or exploitation, and it profoundly impacting the emotional and psychological health of the person. Then we have psychological abuse. So psychological abuse include behaviors that psychologically harm or manipulate an individual, affecting their mental health and well-being. Then we have neglect. So neglect involves failing to provide necessary care, leading to harm or risk of harm. Then we have to discuss about the negative effects of noise pollution. So noise pollution refers to harmful or excessive levels of noise in the environment, and it can cause a range of negative health effects. Um, the examples are stress and anxiety. So constant noise increases the stress level and can lead to anxiety. Then we have high blood pressure as an example. So prolonged exposure to loud noise can contribute to hypertension. Then we have disrupted sleep patterns. So noises interference can lead to poor sleep quality and insomnia. Then we have the hearing loss. So a continuous exposure to loud sounds can damage hearing over time. Next slide. Right. So here we have the social and emotional factors. Okay, so social and emotional factors play an important role in shaping an individual growth and development. And we have gender. So gender can influence development through social role and expectation and opportunities. For example, for social expectation, gender roles prescribe certain behaviors, responsibilities, and career paths which can influence person development and professional opportunities. So then we have opportunities and barriers. So access to education and career may differ by gender, impacting growth and development. Then we have family. Okay, so family dynamics, including family type, size, and lifestyle, impact the development. So for family type and size, we can say single parent household. You have large families or extended families, each other um, or each of them offer different type of support and challenges. Then we have the lifestyle. So in lifestyle, we can say a family's lifestyle, including their socioeconomic status, health habits, and values, affect children physical, emotional, and intellectual growth. We have relationships. So a relationship has a wide range of interaction from family ties to friendship and professional interaction. They can have a positive and negative impact on development. So in that we have types of relationships. We can say family relationships, friendship, uh, personal, intimate, and sexual relationships. We have working relationships. So they have impact like positive and negative. So trustworthy relationship fosters support, trust, love, and reliable companionship. While the negative effects, we can say troubled relationship can lead to stress, hurt feelings, and emotional pain. Then we have ACES. So these are adverse childhood experiences, and these are traumatic experiences that occur before the age of 18 and can have long lasting effect into adulthood. So we have, okay, so if we talk about the types of adverse childhood experiences, then it includes physical, emotional, or sexual abuse and neglect. And we have witnessing domestic violence, substance misuse within the household, mental illness of a family member, parental separation or divorce, and what effects it could have. And these could lead to issues such as depression, anxiety, difficulties in school, and relationship problem later in life. Then we have relationship that can have positive or negative effect, trustworthy and can hurt your feeling. Right. So for that we can say we have already discussed about the positive and negative effects. So um, in conclusion, we can say that the understanding the social and emotional factors it affect growth and development, and most of these factors like shape our experiences, opportunities, and personal growth in many ways. So now we'll move to the next slide. Okay, here is the explanation of potential effects of life factors and event on the growth and development of individual. So here we have an image or a diagram. I'll move to the next slide. So this one is, these are the 5 life factors on the development of an individual. Right, so here we are discussing about some of the life factors. So if we talk about the genetic factors, so genetic factors are inherited from our parents, and like it constitute our biological blueprint. They impact a wide range of traits and predisposition. Then, for example, we have cystic fibrosis. So this is a genetic disorder that affect the respiratory and digestive system, and it is caused by mutation in a gene that produces a protein involved in the production of sweat, digestive fluid, and mucus. Uh, then we have biological factors. So biological factors include the uh, physical and health related aspect of development, such as diet, nutrition, and physical health. So we have to discuss about the effects of diet. So proper nutrition is essential for growth and development, while malnutrition can lead to developmental delays, weakened immune system, and various health issues. Then we have environmental factors. So environmental factors involve the physical surrounding of an individual, and we can say pollution, housing condition, and access to services include in the environmental factors. So we have example of exposure of pollution. So air pollution, um, and water contamination and exposure to hazardous substances can have significant health impacts. Then we have socioeconomic factors. So socioeconomic factors include an individual economic state, economic status, education, and employment. So we have example of education and employment status. So access to quality education and stable employment can provide financial stability and personal growth opportunities. Then we have lifestyle, and lifestyle factors refer to choices and habits that can define an individual daily life, such as diet, exercise, and leisure activities. So example for nutrition is a balanced diet rich in fruit, vegetable can lead proper uh, overall health and development. Move to the next slide. Okay, here we have to discuss about genetics. Okay, so for genetics and development, we can say uh, genetic traits are the unique characteristic passed down from our parents through DNA. So these traits influence various aspects of our physical, emotional, and cognitive development, and creating a foundation for who we are. So, okay. So, for example, potential genetic illness. So, if we consider asthma, so a common genetic condition characterized by swollen airways in the lung. If an individual inherits predisposition to asthma from their family, it can impact their developmental journey. So, okay. So here, if we talk about the impact of development, so in childhood, we can say that when children are typically active and energetic, so asthma can present challenges. The instability in breathing patterns caused by asthma could limit physical activity and affect the individual engagement in social interactions. And uh, uh, children, okay. So we have social effects as well. So we can say that asthma attack could prevent the individual from participating in physical activities, and which can lead to feeling of exclusion and impacting their social development. So we have some key concepts like genetic inheritance. So traits passed down from parents influence developmental pathways. Then we have genetic illness. So conditions like asthma can impact physical activities and social interactions. I'll move to the next slide. So now we have to discuss about the biological factors. So here they have given an example of a child development. So biological influences can shape a child development starting from pregnancy with potential effect manifesting in early childhood and possibly extending into adulthood. The parental or the we can say the prenatal environment, it plays a crucial role in determining a child's future well-being. So for example, if we discuss about impact of heavy drinking during pregnancy. So it could cause poor growth. So heavy drinking during pregnancy can lead to restricted fetal growth and causing physical and developmental delays. Then we have facial abnormalities. So then we have learning and behavior problems like alcohol exposure in utero can lead to cognitive impairments, learning difficulties, and behavioral issues later in life. Then we have miscarriage. So excessive alcohol consumption increases the risk of miscarriage, and it poses a serious health risk to both the mother and the developing fetus. Then we have impact of smoking during pregnancy. So it could have effect as a miscarriage. So smoking during pregnancy increases the risk of miscarriage, and it affects the stability of the pregnancy. Then we have uh, placental problems. Okay, so smoking can lead to issues with placenta and affecting the baby's nutrient and oxygen supply and posing risk to both the mother and the baby. Then we have frequent illnesses. So we can say children born to mothers who smoke during pregnancy may be more prone to infection due to weaker immune system. Then we have proper lung function. So smoking, we can say that smoking can impair lung development in the child and leading to long-term issues with respiratory issues as well. Then we have intellectual development. Okay, so maternal smoking during pregnancy, especially in the cases of we can say maternal depression, can impact the child intellectual progress and learning abilities during childhood. So two important aspects are here. The prenatal development. So the prenatal development or the prenatal environment has a significant impact on a child growth and development. Then we have teratogens. So substances like alcohol and tobacco can negatively influence fetal development and future well-being. Mm, Next slide. Okay. Here we have to discuss about the environmental factors, and again it is related with childhood. And okay, so we can say that environmental factors such as air and water pollution and quality of housing and social surrounding, they all play a crucial role in shaping a person or a child growth and overall well-being. So we have impact of air and water pollution on the air and water pollution. Okay, so uh, uh, we can say that it affects the physical health and intellectual development as well. So example we can take, imagine a child growing up in an area with high pollution levels. They may face respiratory problems, allergies, and other health issues affecting their physical development and ability to engage in physical activities and social interactions. Then we have the learning. Okay, so for example, here we have to discuss about the impact of educational challenges. So we have intellectual development. So lack of quality education opportunities can have impact on intellectual growth and delay academic progress of a child. And okay, then we have the impact of abusive environment. So Emotional well-being. So we have growing up in an abusive environment can have profound emotional effect on a child, uh, impacting their ability to communicate their feeling and regulate their emotion. So, for example, we can say children experiencing abuses may struggle to trust others, communicate openly, and maintain healthy relationship, and ultimately affecting their emotional and social development. Then we have impact of poor housing quality. So, as an example, we can say living in an overcrowded, noisy, or damp housing may expose a child to increased risk of illness, and it can hinder their ability to focus on their education and create challenges in maintaining a sense of security and well-being at home. Now move to the next slide. So it's related with the socioeconomic factors. Okay, again it is related with childhood. Okay, so we can say socioeconomic factors such as income level, financial stability, and social environment all play a crucial role in determining a child's development, and we need to understand these influences, and that can provide insight into how economic challenges impact various aspects of child development. So if we talk about the impact of low income on physical development, then we have poor nutrition. So we can say low income can lead to inadequate access to nutritious food, impacting physical growth and overall health. Then we have unsafe environment. So living in a low income area may present safety risks, negatively affecting a child's physical health and sense of security. So we have an example. So a child growing up in a low income household with limited access to fresh produce and nutritious meal and may face challenges in physical development, potentially it impact their long-term health outcomes. Uh, right. So then we have the impact of financial stability on uh, uh, right. Okay. So we have impact of financial stability on intellectual development. So if we talk about education and opportunities, so limited resources due to financial instability that can have impact on educational opportunities, and it affect the cognitive development and academic progress. So example could be a family struggling financially may be unable to provide resources for education support, tutoring, or learning materials. So thereby, like it impact the child's ability to get success in education. Then we have impact of low income on emotional development. So we have, for example, we can say a child experiencing discrimination or social stigma based on their financial or their family's financial status. So um, they may like struggle with emotional regulation, communication, and social interaction. Uh, it could affect their overall emotional well-being. Then we have the impact of low income on parental support. So for example, we can say limited financial resources and time constraint due to low income may result in parents being less able to provide necessary academic support and guidance for their children. Now we move to the next slide. This one is related with the lifestyle. So for lifestyle choices, we can say like such as dietary habit, educational decision, past experiences, and habits, they all play a significant role in shaping a child development journey. And these choices can impact various aspects of a child growth and well-being, from physical health to intellectual development and emotional resilience. So then we have to talk about, for example, the impact of dietary choices on physical development. So we can say a child with a balanced and nutritious diet is more likely to experience optimal physical growth, immune system support, and overall health compared to a child with poor dietary habits. Then we have uh, intellectual development. Okay, so we can say a child who actively engage in learning and explore curiosities and seek educational challenges is likely to experience enhanced cognitive development and academic success. Then we have uh, emotional side. Okay, so here we are talking about the impact of past experiences, like for example, like a child who has experienced trauma during a familiar activity, such as building a tree house with an adult, may develop emotional challenges and feelings of fear or discomfort associated with similar activities, impacting their emotional growth. They have now we have the uh, lifestyle. We have to talk about the long-term effects. So um, we can say impact of habits on long-term development. So we have habitual choices, like lifestyle habits developed during childhood, like unhealthy eating patterns or social interactions. They all can influence long-term well-being and health outcomes in adulthood. Uh, Example is continuing bad habits from childhood, such as unhealthy eating or smoking, influenced by family interaction or social environment, can have lasting effect on an individual health and well-being. Now, the next slide. So here we have to talk about impact of major life events. Okay, so we can say major life events such as the loss of a loved one, serious illness, and aging can have profound effect on development and well-being. So these events can trigger emotional distress, physical challenges, and intellectual challenges that influence how individuals navigate their developmental journey. We have impact of loss on of a loved one. So, for example, we have emotional distress. So the loss of a loved one can lead to feelings of grief, sadness, and emotional pain, and it could affect mental well-being and social interactions. Then we have physical habits. We can say that coping with loss may lead to the adoption of unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as excessive drinking or unhealthy eating habits. Overall, it will impact the physical health. Then we have impact of serious illness. Uh, so we have, we can say, big lifestyle changes, like due to impact of serious illness. So a serious illness or incurable illness can disrupt an individual lifestyle, affecting daily routine, social engagements, and overall well-being. It also affects the intellectual challenge. Uh, we can say depending on the illness, cognitive function may be affected, leading to difficulties in comprehension, memory, or problem solving. We can take example of an Alzheimer patient. So, Alzheimer disease can impact intellectual abilities, leading to challenges in learning, memory retention, and decision making. Then we have okay. Then we have due to aging, we have we can say cognitive decline. So aging can bring changes in cognitive function, affecting intellectual ability, decision making, and memory. Also, it impacts social interaction. So as individual age, social interaction may change, reducing opportunities for engagement and interaction with others. So these all are the important aspects. Now here we have the distinction criteria, that is 2D1. So we have to evaluate how nature and nurture affects individual physical, intellectual, emotional, and social development. Right. So if we talk about nature versus nurture debate, so we can say in the nature versus nurture debate, nature refers to genetic inheritance and hereditary factors influencing trait, and while nurture involves environmental variables like upbringing, experiences, relationship, culture, and community that shape an individual development. So we have genetic factors for natures like genes and hereditary factors contribute to physical appearances, personality traits, and psychological characteristics unique to each individual. Then for nature, we have the environmental influences like early childhood experiences, familial relationships, cultural background, and social interactions. They all play a significant role in shaping an individual behavior and belief. Then we have, mm, okay, so and then we have the empiricism and rationalism. So we can say the source of knowledge. So we can say that empirics, they believe that our sense and experiences from the foundation of knowledge and understanding. They emphasize observation, experimentation, and sensory input as their primary uh, as the primary source of learning and development. While if we talk about the rationalism, so uh, basically rationalists contend that the knowledge transcends like secondary experiences, and suggesting that reasoning and intellectual perception provide insight beyond observable phenomena. They highlight the role of cognitive abilities and conceptual understanding in shaping beliefs and decisions. Then we have impact on development. Okay. So, for example, if we talk about the physical development, so if we talk about nature, then in nature, we can say that genetic factors influence physical attributes like height, body type, and some certain health conditions. While if we talk about nurture, so environmental factors such as nutrition, exercise habit, and healthcare, they all can have impact on physical growth and overall well-being. Uh, okay, so overall, we can say that by evaluating the interplay between nurture and nature in the context of empiricism and rationalism, we can better comprehend how genetic predisposition and environmental influences impact various aspects of an individual development journey. So now move to the next slide. Okay. Here you all have to read article. So you all can read that article. We have the link here. So overall, we can, oh, this is the light side. Okay. So we can say that the impact of various factors on human development uh, is uh, is important, and like throughout our exploration of genetics, environmental influences, and then we had the social economic factors, some major life events, lifestyle choices. We discuss about the nature versus nurture debate. So from we can say that these all were the important aspects um related with the learning outcome too. And so if we evaluate these factors through the lens of empiricism and rationalism, we have gained insight into how sensory experiences and cognitive reasoning contributes to our understanding of human development. So I believe that's all for today. And if you all have any question, then please don't hesitate to ask. Has anyone got any question? Any question from the student? No questions? Okay. So um, that was all for the Unit 3, Human Growth and Development for the Learning Outcome 2, which was Understand Potential Effects of Life Factors and Event on Growth and Development. So I'll see you tomorrow with the new learning outcome, with the third learning outcome. So till then, all of you, please take care of yourself. We'll meet tomorrow again. Take care. Bye.